Okay, so as we continue, we are now going to, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer, and we are going to draw the orthogonal lines. That is, those lines that are parallel to one another that go back in space. So we're going to take this first box as our first drawing, and I'm going to lay my ruler down, and the ruler is going to rest at the corner of the box, and it's going to connect to the vanishing point. Now, you'll notice that I'm going to draw this line, and then I'm going to do it very, very lightly. I'm going to draw it dark at the right by the box, but I'm going to draw it very lightly because I know that I'm going to be erasing most of it. This next line is going to come from this corner, and it too will go to the vanishing point, because all lines going back in space go back to the vanishing point. So that's my second orthogonal line. And for this box, I'm going to draw a line from this corner as well. Again, it goes back in space, so it too goes to the vanishing point. Every single line that is not parallel to the picture plane, that means it's not going straight up and down, or straight across, these lines are parallel to the picture plane. All other lines going back in space go to the one vanishing point, which brings us to the title of one-point perspective. The one point that we're referring to is the vanishing point. So we're going to draw these orthogonal lines, and as I draw them, I'm also going to label one of them so that on my notes I know that this is an orthogonal line. The orthogonal lines are the lines going back in space to the single vanishing point. Now, before I put the back of the box on, I'm going to go ahead and do the orthogonal lines from these boxes as well. Now, you might be asking yourself, why didn't I draw a line from this corner? This is going to be a solid box. If it were a glass box, I would have drawn a line from here as well. But because my box is solid, I'm going to leave it with just a line, an orthogonal line from this corner, and this one, because these two sides would be the only sides you would see. You would see the top and you would see the side of the box. For this box, because it's at the horizon line, you would only see the front of the box and the side of the box. So I'm going to draw an orthogonal line from this corner to the vanishing point, and from this corner to the vanishing point. If your line does not go to the vanishing point, it's what we call a higgledy-piggledy line. It doesn't make any sense. If it's not going to the vanishing point, it doesn't belong there. From this top box, we're going to draw a line from here to the vanishing point, from this corner to the vanishing point, and from this corner to the vanishing point. So as we can see, this box that is above the horizon line, you can see the front of the box, you can see the bottom, and you can see the side of the box. But you cannot see this side or the top because it is above your eye level. So before we begin putting the back of each of these boxes on, I'm going to pause here and give you a chance to draw all of your orthogonal lines into your notes and make sure that you label one of them for your notes. That way you remember that the lines going back in space are called orthogonal lines. Thank you, and I'll be back in just a moment.